So welcome back to the channel, everyone. Triple M here. Today we're taking a look at the Baseus security system. Now this is going to comprise of two 2K cameras. It is going to have expandable storage, no hidden fees. You're going to have storage built in, locally stored. That way you don't have to pay a monthly subscription. As far as some of the standout features, this is going to give you up to 210 days of battery life. This of course is a wireless system. Camera is going to be wireless. You plug in the base station and link them together and you're all set. Both cameras are going to be 2K, like I said, water resistant, night vision, human detection, advanced image enhancement, and it does work with your smart devices. All right, so box is a little bit damaged here in the corner, so hopefully there's nothing else going on but the little scratch from delivery. You can see the Baseus security right there. And as far as the presentation, this looks pretty good. Well designed, so well padded. You can see this is foam, styrofoam up here to keep everything nice and protected. Same thing, you can see that these are really embedded into the box. For the looks of things, the little dent right here doesn't affect what's in the actual box. So let's get these out. Base station, we have camera 1, camera 2. All right, so there's a whole separate compartment with some accessories. All right, so we're gonna have two mounts. So these are gonna screw off, and it does have the screw hole so you can mount these to any surface, and it does come with the mounting hardware. So you got two of these, one for each camera. This part is gonna screw into the camera and then gives you the adjustment where you can change the angles and you can rotate this part as well. So these are the mounting hardware. All right, so we also have booklet, it looks like. Booklet's gonna have a couple things. So first is gonna be the quick start guide. All right, pretty self-explanatory. It's gonna tell you how to get everything up and running. We have some stickers here, warranty card, and it looks like we have templates for the screw holes for the mounting hardware. This box just keeps giving. We're not done yet. Ethernet cable. This is gonna be for the base station. Go ahead and wire that in. We're also going to have a USB-A to USB-C. This is going to be for charging the cameras. The mounting hardware that we're talking about, so these are going to go in conjunction with these. So you're going to have to drill the holes, get the anchors in, and then screw these in. And the last thing we're going to have is the power brick, power supply for the main unit. Output of 12 volts, 2 amps, 24 watts. Let's take a look at the cameras. Let's go ahead and peel this off. Pretty good looking camera. This is pretty heavier than I imagined. You can see there's a QR code right there. The mounting screws there for your mounting hardware. A lip right here on the bottom. All right, so this is where you're going to be able to charge it. And remember that this is going to require charging about every 210 days, which my math is about 6 months, maybe 7 months. So on the top, we're going to have a sync button where you can sync it with a unit. I do have some LEDs right here, cameras right here. Of course, we have a night vision. We do have another LED as well as a microphone built into the front. All right, one thing I forgot to mention, there is a speakerphone on the bottom. This does have two-way audio, so you can talk through the camera. Pretty cool. Now we have the base station, guys. You can see, nice looking unit, pretty small. Baseus security. We're gonna have a QR code on the bottom to go ahead and set this up as well. We have a LED indicator right here in the front. Status, we have some ventilation on top as well as on the back of the unit. So on the back, we're gonna have a sync/alarm off button right here. Reset pin, USB, Ethernet port, and we do have the power. As far as expanding the storage, let me show you how to do it. So you're gonna pop this part off and you're gonna see you have a screw right here. Let me go ahead and take that out. All right, so this part just slips out. So you can see, basically, if you look down into the unit, this is a slot for a hard drive. So you can drop an SSD in. It looks like the maximum capacity for this is 16 terabytes. So that's a whole lot of storage. Love that that option is there. But again, internally, this does come with 16 gigs. So let's quickly go over the application, and this is called Baseus Security, and it can be found in your App Store or your Android store. Let's go ahead and launch it. So here's a look at both of the cameras. I named one the backyard, I named one the front yard, and you can see they're up and running. And just to let you guys know, I did place the base station in the middle of the house. Cameras on opposite sides of the house. One is in the back on the screen, and no issues connecting to the base station. So that was one of my concerns, and just the fact that one or both of these cameras might be out of range. So quickly on the top, if you hit plus, you can add a new camera. You can see below that you have your home right here. If you have multiple home locations, you can go ahead and set that up. Have the home station, have the front yard, and have the backyard. Within each, you can see the range as far as the Wi-Fi strength for both. So that's the connection to the actual base station. And then you can see the battery percentage. So if you click on the play button, it will go ahead and load it. And you can see there it is. Audio is working. Can go ahead and just mute it, or I can go ahead and tap the microphone button to speak through it. You do have the option to record. This is going to record a clip to your phone, which I think is pretty cool. Go ahead and stop. You can see it's saved to the phone album. Same thing, you can take a picture. You do have the option to go full screen. So when you go full screen, it does turn the landscape mode, and you do have some of those same options in there. Let's go back. In the top, we're going to have our notifications. I did go ahead and turn that off, but it's pretty straightforward to turn back on. You click on your settings. You have all of your settings in here. So you have motion detection. Within each one of these settings, you will get a notification. So turn that on. I can turn on motion detection. I do have my battery percentage. I can click on that. There are 3 different battery options. So optimal life, optimal surveillance, customized recording. Each one is going to give you different lifespan on your battery. Go back up. We have our audio settings. Again, we can turn off the mic. We can set the volume levels. Notifications again, most efficient, include thumbnails. So a lot of options there. We have our general settings. All right, so that's the LED. I did go ahead and turn those off just to kind of be a little bit more behind the scenes. So I do think these look great overall. Let's take a look at the backyard. And for this one, we're going to go ahead and set some notifications. Then we'll do some more testing. All right, so once you activate notifications, you do have the detection sensitivity. So this is going to just you fine tuning how much notifications you get. You do have an activity zone as well. When you click on that, all right, so now we can kind of fine tune where we want that zone to be. So again, so let's say for this one, I only wanted to get the walkway. I can add another one. So, and you do have the option to set 2 zones. Again, depending on what you want to do. Below that motion detection, we can set it to where it only detects humans, or if it detects all. Again, a lot of cool settings that you can play with just to kind of fine tune. As far as the quality itself, this looks pretty good with the fact that this is pretty far from the house. So this is on the edge of the screen again, and then it goes through a couple walls. This really works well, and I'm very impressed with the video quality. Now, of course, one of the standouts about this system is that this is going to give you storage where you don't have to go in and pay a subscription. This is going to be completely free. So here's a bunch of clips. These are from alerts. You can see it's the day I was cutting my grass. So let's take a look at that one. Looked like I was blowing the leaves right there. Let's take a look at another one. And of course, with these, you can download them, you can export them, you can trash them, whatever you feel like. It's going to be stored locally on your device, which is the best part. All right, so you can also filter this. You can see you have motion, you have human, you have both cameras as well, so you can filter it down as well. Click on the calendar, you can see how long it's been recording. So we're in July, you can see it's got stuff all the way back to beginning of July. As far as the 2-way audio, it worked really well, and let's listen to a quick sample. Hey, what are you doing?
Hey, what are you doing?
So So overall, I think this worked really well. If I had two complaints, one would be I do feel like the battery life is understated, but I don't think that's out of the ordinary. I think that when manufacturers test actual battery life, it's always in ideal condition. So me being here in the middle of Florida in the heat, it is going to drain the battery a little bit faster. But besides that, if you're looking for something that's easy to set up, that's affordable, that's expandable, definitely check this out. I'll leave the link in the description. If you have any questions, drop it in the comments. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, smash the notification bell. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.